Hey, I'm Caleb, and in this video, I'm going to do a full Surfshark VPN review, and I'm also going to show you exactly how to use it. We'll review the things that matter most with a VPN, including Surfshark's features, speed performance and server availability, and pricing. So by the end of this video, you'll know if Surfshark is actually worth buying. And if you do decide to get it, I'll also teach you how to install it, connect to servers, unblock region lock streaming content, and use the main features so you can start browsing more safely right away. And if you're brand new to using a VPN, you might be wondering, what even is a VPN and how does it work? Normally, when you browse the internet, your traffic goes straight from your device to the websites you're visiting, and your IP address can reveal your general location. A VPN adds a secure layer in the middle. When you connect to a VPN, your traffic is encrypted and routed through a VPN server first. So websites see the VPN server's IP address instead of yours. And that means that your connection is going to be more difficult to intercept or track, especially on public Wi-Fi. A VPN also lets you switch your online location by choosing a server in a different country, which can help with unblocking region locked content. And now that you have the basic idea of how a VPN works, let's start by reviewing our first major category, which is features. Surfshark's biggest standout feature is unlimited devices. You can use one subscription on as many devices as you want, which is a real perk if you have a lot of devices in your household. You also get their built-in ad blocker, which helps cut down on ads and trackers while you browse, and it just makes the overall experience feel cleaner. Then you've got a few extra privacy features that are worth knowing about. First, there's Bypasser, which lets you choose which apps use the VPN and which apps don't. There's rotating IP, which can periodically change your IP address while you're connected for extra privacy. And there's dynamic multi-hop, which routes your connection through multiple server locations for extra privacy if you want the highest level of protection. So overall, Surfshark's feature set is strong, and it covers the core stuff most people care about, plus a few extra privacy tools as an added bonus. Next, we need to look at Surfshark's speed performance. With any VPN, you usually see a small drop from your normal internet speed. So the big question here is whether Surfshark's VPN still feels smooth when you're browsing, streaming, and gaming. For context, my baseline internet speed is around 1000 megabits per second upload and download, and I live in the US, so that's what I'm comparing everything to here. When you're testing a VPN, those are the main speed numbers that you need to pay attention to. Your download speed affects things like page loading, streaming, and general browsing, and your upload speed matters more for sending files, uploading videos, and video calls. Okay, so in my testing, Surfshark performed really well on nearby servers where I live in the US. In my experience, the drop was usually small, around 5 to 10%, which means that I barely noticed any slowdown. On long-distance servers, the drop is bigger, which is normal with any VPN. I tested a long-distance connection by going from the US all the way to Japan. And in my testing, I saw about a 60 to 70% drop from my normal internet speed. So I did notice some slowdown, but that's expected with any long-distance VPN connection. And even with that slowdown, I think everything felt pretty quick for regular browsing, streaming, and gaming. Upload speeds typically follow the same pattern. On nearby servers, it's typically a small slowdown, and on long-distance servers, you'll feel an even bigger slowdown. So if you plan on uploading or downloading large files while connected to a VPN, stick to nearby servers when you can to optimize your internet speed. And if you ever notice major slowdowns, the first fix is simple. Try switching servers. Surfshark has over 4,500 servers across 100 countries. It's pretty easy to find something closer to you or something that's just less congested. And that big server network is also great for region lock content because you have tons of locations to choose from. For example, you've got options across North America like the US, Canada, and Mexico, Europe like the UK, Germany, and France, Asia Pacific like Japan, Singapore, and Australia, and then coverage in South America and Africa as well. So overall, speed performance looks really solid, especially on nearby servers. And with the size of Surfshark's server network, you have plenty of options to optimize your connection or switch regions when you need to. Okay, so next let's talk about Surfshark's VPN pricing, and we're going to make sure that you're actually getting a good deal for what you're paying for. Surfshark pricing really comes down to two things. First is which plan you choose, because that determines what extra features you get, and second is how long you sign up for, because that's what determines how low the monthly price gets. For most people watching this video, the starter plan is the one that makes the most sense, and that's because it's built around the VPN itself. With Starter, you're getting the VPN, unlimited devices, the ad blocker, and the extra privacy features we covered earlier. And right now, the best value on the starter plan is the long-term 24-month promo at $1.99 per month. That includes 3 extra months, so you get 27 months of VPN access total. That means you'll pay about $58 after taxes upfront to have a VPN for more than 2 years, which I think is a really good deal. There's also a 12-month promo option, but I personally wouldn't recommend it, and that's because you're paying close to the same price as the long-term 24-month plan. So you're basically shorting yourself out of about a full extra year of VPN access just to save a little more than $10. You'll also see higher tiers like Surfshark 1 and 1 Plus, but those are more about bundled protection, like antivirus and identity-focused add-ons. For this video, I'm going to choose the base level starter plan, since that's what most people will end up using if you're just here for the VPN. And just to be clear, everything I just described is Surfshark's promo pricing, meaning it's the discounted intro deal that you get whenever you first sign up. After your initial term ends, if you stay subscribed, it's going to renew at a higher regular price. For the starter plan, renewal is around $99 per year, which works out to about $9 per month. So you get the best deal up front with the long-term promo, and then later it shifts to a standard yearly price. And if you want to see the exact promo that's available right now when you're watching this video, go to the link that's appearing on screen here, or use the first link in the description. That link is going to take you straight to Surfshark's current discount page, so you're not guessing, and most importantly, you're not overpaying for your plan. These promos can change, but that link is the easiest way to make sure you're getting the best available deal at the time whenever you sign up. And Surfshark also includes a 30-day money-back guarantee, so if you try it and decide it's not for you, you can easily request a refund within that window. Okay, now that you've seen the pricing, let's install Surfshark and I'll show you how to use it. Once you go to that link, you'll be brought to this page right here. Click on Get Surfshark VPN. For this video, I'm going to go with the starter plan, so I'll click on Get Starter. Now on this page, go ahead and fill out your email address, go down and choose your payment method, go through the onboarding and checkout process after this, and once you're done with that, I'll meet you at the next step. Okay, and once you've gone through the checkout process and created your Surfshark account, you'll be brought to this page right here. And this is where we're going to download Surfshark. You're going to see options for your browser, smart TV, mobile, and desktop. In this video, we're just going to be focusing on the desktop setup, so I'm going to click on desktop. Then I'll scroll down this page here. Then I'm going to find this button right here that says download for Windows. If you're watching this video on a Mac, this should say download for Mac. I'm on Windows, but the overall process is basically the same. I'm going to click download. I'll download the version for Windows 10 or later. Then I'm going to go to the top right of my browser and click on my downloads. And I'll find this file here that says surfsharksetup.exe. I'm going to click on this. And after you click on that, it's going to open up the Surfshark Setup Wizard. Click on Install, and this is going to take a couple minutes to finish, so I'm going to fast forward to whenever it's done. Once it's done, click on Finish, and that's going to open up the Surfshark desktop app. I'm going to go to the top right here and maximize this window. Then I'm going to log into my Surfshark account that I created during the checkout process. So I'll click Login. Then I'm going to enter my email and password. And once you have your information filled out, go down and click on Login. Whenever you get to this screen right here, just go down and click on Exit Setup and click Confirm. Okay, and now we're here in the main Surfshark dashboard. At the top right, you're going to see your current location and your IP address as well. And you'll see an option here as well called No Borders. This is meant for situations where VPN use is restricted or your network is blocking connections. If you don't need it, you can turn it off, but if you're traveling or you're on a restrictive network and your VPN is struggling to connect, that's when you might want to try enabling it. Now let's go ahead and connect to a server. I'm going to change my location here at the bottom by clicking on Change. And you're going to see a list of locations right here. You can either scroll through these, or you can go to the top and type in the location you're looking for. For example here, I'm going to type in Japan, and I'll click on the Japan location here. Then to connect to this server, I'm going to go to the bottom right and click on Quick Connect. Then at the top, you're going to see it changes to Connected and Safe. You also see some other information here regarding your VPN connection. And now if you ever want to disconnect or pause your connection, just go to the bottom and you can click on Pause or disconnect. I'll go ahead and disconnect from the server for now. Now I'm going to go to the top here and clear out my search. And that's going to let us see all of the other locations here. Let's also go over some of the other settings you're going to find here on the left-hand side. Right now we have the Locations tab selected, so that's why we're seeing all the locations here. You can also switch to static IP, multi-hop, and dedicated IP as well. Then on the left-hand side here, you'll see that we're currently in the VPN tab, but you also have tabs for alternative ID, alert, antivirus, and search. All of these are add-on features that don't come with the Surfshark starter plan, so you won't have access to these. For now, the one thing we do want to check out is the settings. So go to the bottom left here and click into settings. And then from here, go up to the top and click into VPN settings. The first thing I'll do here is enable launch app on startup. I'll go ahead and toggle this on. Now my VPN is going to launch anytime I start up my computer. Here you can also reconfigure your quick connect settings. This is basically your default or main server that you want to connect to. And right now it's set to Japan because I configured that just a minute ago. Right here you can also turn on auto connect. And then underneath that, you can click on this arrow here to open up your preferences. And right now I'm going to automatically connect to the Japan servers, but if you want, you can change this here. I'll go back for now. And then underneath that, you'll find some other miscellaneous settings. For example, here you can toggle on clean web, which is the ad blocker I told you about earlier. You can turn on your kill switch, change your protocol, configure your bypasser, and you'll have some other advanced security settings down here. And once you're done configuring your settings, go back to the top here and click on the back arrow. And in this page here, you'll find some other settings that will be helpful. You have your app settings here, which lets you change your language and theme. You can change your notification settings below that. You can also configure your subscription and account info. And if you ever need help with your VPN, you can troubleshoot right here by clicking on Get Help. Okay, now before we move on, let me quickly show you how easy it is to unlock region lock streaming content. I'm going to go to the top left here and go back to my VPN. And right now I am not connected to my VPN, so my location is showing the United States. Now I'm going to open up my browser here and I'll open up Netflix. Now if I scroll down the page here, you'll see it says top 10 TV shows in the US today, which means I'm only getting the United States Netflix catalog. Now I'm going to go back over to my Surfshark VPN. Then I'm going to go down and click on Quick Connect to connect to the Japan servers. And now I'm going to go back to Netflix. Now I'm going to refresh this page. And now if I scroll down the page, you're going to see it says top 10 movies in Japan and top 10 TV shows, which means I now have access to the Japan exclusive Netflix catalog. You can do this on all of your favorite streaming sites to unblock specific region lock content. And if you ever have any issues, I'd recommend trying switching to another server because sometimes Netflix or other streaming services are going to block Surfshark's VPN servers. So if you do run into any issues, I'd recommend just switching to a new IP address. And it's as easy as that. That's how you unblock region lock streaming content. Once you've got it working on your PC, the next step is protecting your other devices. You can install Surfshark on anything that supports the app, like your phone, tablet, and smart TVs. And if you want full household coverage, you can also set Surfshark up on your router. That way, every device connected to your home Wi-Fi network is protected automatically. I'm going to leave a Surfshark help guide in the description that walks you through that setup, just in case you're interested. So now you've installed Surfshark, you know how to connect, and you know how to use the main features correctly. So now let's wrap things up by answering the real question. Is Surfshark actually worth it? Overall, I think Surfshark is one of the best VPN options out there. It stands out for its strong speeds, unlimited devices, the low long-term pricing, and how simple the app is to set up. So in my opinion, I think yes, Surfshark is definitely worth it. And if you haven't purchased your plan yet, make sure to go to the link on screen right here, or go down and use the first link in the description. That's going to take you to the current promo page for Surfshark, so you can lock in the lowest pricing available. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.